Hi, Michael Brook once again with another Concrete Wave video. This one's about King Shit magazine. There it is, right there. In fact, the glasses make it King Shit in 3D. This is a Canadian publication that I'm sure trickles out far and wide. And a couple of people who are involved with it is a friend of mine, actually Dave Carney, who used to be the editor of Big Brother, and another guy you may be familiar with called Chris Naratko. And Chris, actually, we met up many years ago when he was at Fridge magazine. But this magazine tends to really focus on skateboarding, street mostly. Very well produced. They always have beautiful covers. And there's a lot of excitement around this particular issue of King Shit. The main story is an interview with Brandon Del Bianco, who's a local skater. His dad at one point owned a skate park called The Rail, and I think has since sold it. What's really interesting about Brandon's piece is that, well, this is the opening spread, so that kind of gives you a taste of where things are at. And Brandon kind of talks about his sexual escapades, and Chris gets pretty intense with his questioning. I guess what I'll tell you is that, you know, it's like Big Brother magazine in the early 90s. Anybody can publish anything, right? And if you publish to a market where 50% of the people are under the age of 11, well, the funny thing is that, yeah, 12-year-olds and 13-year-olds will find naked women and references to sex and drugs and whatever pretty titillating. The hard part is sustaining it, because the funny thing about being 11, 12, and 13 is you wind up being, well, 10 years later, 21, 22, and 23, and oh gosh, yeah, some of us are in our 40s and even 50s and 60s. And skating is a youth-oriented thing. I'm not taking away anything from that. I'm just thinking, though, that with 50% of the market being under the age of 11, throwing this kind of stuff out there, I think brings everything down.